Welcome back to Inside the Bite. Today we are tackling a big topic in a simple way: macro and micronutrients and carbs. You've probably heard plenty of myths about them, so we're breaking it down into a bite-sized truths. I'm joined by my colleagues to dive deeper, so let's dive right in.
Is just fuel, like putting gas in a car. And yeah, that's part of it, but it's much more dynamic, isn't it? It's this like intricate process, giving our bodies these active agents, nutrients that literally run the show.
Yeah.
Health growth every single second.
Exactly. It's way less like gas in a car and more like providing the specific building materials, the operating manual, and the power source for this incredibly complex factory that's always renovating itself. Every single bite you take, that's a directive. It affects your immediate energy, sure, but also cell repair, immune response, how well you think, your long-term health. It's not passive at all. It's this constant, vital conversation happening between your body and your food.
And these active agents,
Yeah.
we often hear them split into two big groups, macronutrients and micronutrients. For listeners who know the terms, what's the one key thing about how they relate? Because it's not just two separate lists, is it?
Not at all. That's a really good point. And it gets to the core idea. They aren't competing. They're in this constant, intricate dance. Synergy. Your macronutrients, carbs, proteins, fats, they give you the bulk energy, the structure. But the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, they're like the essential catalysts, the tiny gears and spark plugs that make the big stuff actually work. You really can't have one functioning optimally without the other. So a balanced diet isn't about picking one over the other. It's about nurturing that collaboration where they each do their distinct but totally interconnected jobs in your body's systems.
Okay, let's really dig into those macronutrients then. The main players, carbs, protein, fat. We know energy, but what's often missed about how much we need daily and how deeply they affect how we actually feel.
Well, their main job is definitely energy. No question. They're the workhorses, fueling everything you consciously do, thinking, moving, exercise. But also, and this is key, all those amazing unconscious things. Breathing, keeping your temperature steady, digestion, constantly repairing cells, making hormones. It's nonstop, behind the scenes, and that's why we need them in relatively large amounts every single day. What people often underestimate, I think, is how immediate and pervasive their impact is. If you connect this to the bigger picture, feeling sluggish, that brain fog, just feeling meh. It's not always just being tired. It could literally be your body saying, hey, I'm missing something critical in the macro department.
Yeah.
It really is the difference between just getting by and actually, thriving, having that sustained energy all day.
That sets up the micronutrients perfectly, the vitamins and minerals. We know, okay, smaller quantities needed, but their role, it's anything but minor, especially when you talk about the dangers of deficiency, which can be kind of hidden. It's where it gets really important, right?
Absolutely. The word micronutrient can be a bit misleading because their importance is just colossal. You need less quantity-wise, but they're absolutely vital for basically every bodily function, and in kids, for healthy growth and development, obviously. And what's really sobering is how easily we can fall short, and the consequences can be severe. Debilitating even. Think about iron deficiency leading to anemia. That's not just feeling tired. It hits your oxygen transport, your thinking, your immune system. It basically stifles your body's performance. Or vitamin D deficiency, super common, linked to rickets in kids, osteoporosis in adults, weakens your actual bones. These aren't small things. They can profoundly debilitate the body's well-being and performance, as the source says. Micronutrients are like the orchestra conductors. They enable everything else to work. Enzymes, hormones, immune cells. Without them, the whole system falters.
Wow. Okay, so how do we make sure we're getting these vital things without needing, like, a PhD in chemistry? There's that brilliant, simple insight from the sources about using nature as a guide, isn't there?
There is, and it's practical and actually quite nice to look at. Eat a colorful diet. Load up on plants. It's almost like nature gave us a visual code for nutrient density. Those vibrant colors in fruits and veggies, they aren't just pretty, they often signal specific powerful micronutrients and phytochemicals. Think about it. Deep oranges, yellows carrots, sweet potatoes, that's beta-carotene, vitamin A precursor, rich purples berries, eggplant, often anthocyanins, strong antioxidants, all those greens, spinach, kale, packed with vitamin K, iron, folate, even reds like in tomatoes or bell peppers, vitamin C, lycopene. So it's not just about hitting 5 a day, it's about actively seeking out that whole spectrum of color. That helps ensure you get a really varied, synergistic mix of nutrients.
That's a fantastic, really actionable tip for everyone.
Thanks for joining us on Inside the Bite today. At Shefadoodle, we're here to make nutrition science simple, fun, and snack-sized for families everywhere. Leave your thoughts and comments, we'd love to hear.